And we are back, going into our final hour of Dungeon World Oldtown. Did you have a question, Docs?
So where on the map would the two shadows match up to?
They're not really on this map, is the thing.
Oh.
Because I
They're a
wasn't
little
sure
bit
what
too
you
far.
guys were going to do. So, like, you know, one's to the north and one's to the south, and you know that you have a map to that location, so you would be able to get there. Um, Based on how far away this abandoned tower is, I like the little drawing that you did, by the way. That's cool.
I tried.
I like it. But anyway, based on how far away that is, and that being 2 days, you think it would probably take you maybe the one to the north is probably 4 days, and the one to the south is probably closer to 6. But you might be able to get there faster if your Trailblazer does a very good job.
If when we meet Axiom, would he let us know how he can find evil?
Probably. He doesn't really make any sense.
Does it like say if there's like a degree of evil, or does it just say evil this way?
It's basically...
Well, actually, like...
The move specifically says that he can say, what here is evil, and I can tell him truthfully. So it is more just that what is around him, he will know what is evil.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really that long range, unfortunately.
I mean, you could have picked an unwavering sense of direction to evil.
Well, if all of this stuff is far away, I'm gonna buy some more rations while we figure things out.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, like, the only problem with the unwavering sense of direction one was there was 2 towers. So...
Yeah, but I would say
can...
if you wanted to pick either one tower or a sense of direction towards evil, I would say that you would be able to sense both of them, and it would be unwavering. And possibly other evil things. Hello, dog.
They're acting up tonight. I don't know what's going on.
It's just tonight they want to. Everything wants to be loud and wrong. That's okay.
Loud and wrong.
Yeah. And technically difficult.
Alright, so we know that one of them is 4 days away.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 rations is a wait. So we can't really make it there and back on a single thing of rations.
There's elven rations that are 7 days.
Even so.
I really don't have enough food.
Wait, as an elf, I didn't get elven rations? What's up with that?
I don't know.
They weren't available to you. They were out of your price range at the time.
My price range. I still have 400 something gold.
I said at the time.
They're that good.
You could have bought...
Goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, elven bread is listed under the rations. Or you could buy a personal feast.
This is one weight for one use of eating food.
Yeah, but it's ostentatious.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... Can we load up some additional food onto a horse and carriage of some sort? Do we have one of those?
I have a horse, but he can only have one more weight on him.
Okay, so wait, what's the issue? How far away is the thing again?
It's...
One tower is 4 days.
Yeah.
The other tower was 6.
Oh, so there's no way to get food there and back.
Not
off of
in
one
one,
food
not in
item.
one weight, right? The thing is though is that you only take -1 ongoing to get there.
What do you mean?
Like, so let's say you all buy rations. It puts you overweight. It means you just take a -1 ongoing, and then you eat the rations, and then you're there. And so in the tower,
not a
you
bad
won't
point.
be affected.
And I guess you could put them on your your belt of quick detachment. You know what I mean? So in case there's like a
But like
suddenly we're being attacked by monsters. On
a
the
random
road, we can just
encounter.
yeah, drop those spare foods and be good to go to fight the monsters.
Yeah, so I would
let
say
me
that's
carry
fine.
like 5 more days, like 10 more days of food. I'll do that. That seems good. I'll have a little belt that carries 10 days of food in it for 2
Hold on,
weeks.
how much was it for a horse?
75.
75 per horse.
Or you could get
Okay,
a
so
cart
it's totally
and...
buying
Okay, I was gonna say you could get a cart and donkey for 50. It carries load 20. You can have a horse for 75 that carries load 10, a war horse for 400 that carries load 12, or you could get a wagon to attach to your horse for 150 and it has load 40.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if the wagon could attach to the horse.
Yeah, I would let it attach to the horse. But I would say you would have to unencumber, like your horse would probably have to be unencumbered to drag it.
Oh, he's not. He's not.
Like you'd have to move.
overencumbered or anything.
I just meant like you'd probably have to transfer your load 10 into the wagon, or at least some of it.
So a donkey and a cart was what?
50,
And the cart can hold
20.
done.
Can I stash my food in your cart?
Look at this freeloader over here.
I mean, she already lives on his couch. Like, what are you gonna do?
You've got your stuff up in my tower. Now you're taking.
No, I actually don't have my stuff in your tower. I'm carrying my money. I spent enough that I can still carry it.
Next time, though, that stuff's going in the
Yeah,
tower.
maybe in the future.
The
when I
loaves
have
of
more
gold will have to be stored somewhere.
Oh, you guys are so funny.
Oh man! All right. So all
I'm never giving you money again. You're just gonna like build a dragon horde.
I spent most of my money. I spent 75% of my money.
I think that's why it took this entire session was just people trying to figure out how to spend money and interact with money.
Yeah.
Because it weighs a lot, so you gotta spend a lot of time trying to
Money's
deal with
so
what to do with it.
expensive.
You should have just
Wait.
had like 5 parties and it would have been fine.
Right, but then we wouldn't have any money. And we also wouldn't have any antitoxins or bandages.
Well, now that we've all spent our money, we have donkeys, we have food. Let's go to the adventure.
All right, so the donkey and cart are going to have an extra, like, what is it, 3 sets of rations? How much is it per ration? And are they like the elven rations that do 7 instead of 5? Can I do that or what?
I'm storing 3 sets of cheap rations on your cart.
So that's 3 weight. If you want to do elven rations, they're also 1 weight each. 7 uses, 10 gold.
Okay, so it would be 3 elven rations.
And
3 elven rations.
3 dungeon rations.
And 3 dungeon rations. Jesus, so much. But that's 6 weight going onto the cart, which is fine. Probably even takes my other stuff until we get there.
Sorry, what was that?
That'll probably put some of his other stuff onto the cart as well until we get to the dungeon.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like you are undertaking a perilous journey. Yay! So assign
We
a
have plenty of food, so we're good.
assign a trailblazer, a quartermaster, and the third thing, the scout. Yeah.
Scout. I'm the scout.
So who would
I'll be
like?
quartermaster again.
Okay.
We have plenty of food.
Who would like to be the trailblazer between Axiom, Well, it should probably be Axiom because he's got the unwavering. No, wait, no, you don't. You
No, I
didn't
don't.
pick that. Never mind.
Not
But
that.
between Axiom and Z, who would like to be the trailblazer?
I don't care.
She probably has better wisdom.
Okay. So, all three of you who have jobs to do, roll your plus wisdom. Is that what your role is there, Olivia?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So,
Not bad. Not bad.
let's see. So instead of it, and you're going to the northern tower, is that correct?
Yes.
So each of you will mark off 3 uses of rations because it reduces the number of rations required by 1. It
Nice.
takes the normal amount of time though. And I'm gonna say that during your second day of travel, Olivia, you come across some brigands who are laying in wait in the bushes on the outside of the road. What do? You have the drop on them.
How many brigands are there?
You see a total of 4. They're in the bushes, laying in wait on either side of the road. There's like 2 on like one side and then 2 on the other, in the trying to conceal themselves in the underbrush.
Quick question. Instead of everyone taking away from their own personal rations, could I just take the rations off the food in the dock cart?
No, I'm gonna take my personal rations just because that way it's easier to keep track of.
Well, I'm fine with you taking it off the cart because I have very little rations.
So that's 3 for me.
I just
3
took
for
off
you.
my horse.
Yeah.
All right. So that's.
I have mine on my character sheet, even though they're in your cart.
Alright, I'm putting my rations back up to 5 then.
Okay.
I was a little worried about that.
So Zed just marked down 6 uses of rations off your cart.
Okay.
And
Okay, so. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. What do you do, Olivia?
Calm
Yeah.
down.
I want to. How far away are we still? Are we
Um,
like out of hearing range of them?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I'm gonna
Okay,
say
so-
you scouted ahead. You spotted these
and
brigands.
then I come back.
You
and
either,
then tell the
if you
party.
like to come back and tell the party, then yes. I mean, I assume you don't want to deal with them on your own, but if you do,
If I were 1 level higher, I would think about it because I could get an ability that lets me shoot all of them at once. But I don't have that ability yet, so I go back to the party.
okay.
Yeah, there's some brigands up ahead. There seems to be 4 of them. They're in the bushes, like right in that direction.
Oh.
And I kind of point with my nose.
Wait, I had freedom from hunger, thirst, and sleep.
Oh, then you won't
That's
consume
true.
any rations.
So unconsume those rations that just were consumed.
I just got that all sorted out.
Yeah, so what do you think we should do?
Oh, I believe we should show them no mercy and destroy them.
Fair enough, but like, in what way specifically? Like how?
Simple. No tricks. Matter of fact, at this point, Axiom just stops talking and starts walking towards the guns. Halberd at the ready.
How
Okay.
how
well,
far
okay.
how far away is it, and what kind of a cover do we have?
The area is hilly and rocky. There are some trees. You would be able to find a place to conceal yourself if you wanted to. As far as how far away, you were probably scouting maybe 5 minutes ahead.
Can I take a position where I would be unseen by them, but able to shoot my bow at them?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, was the area big enough to where, like, since he's already going, just maybe find like a tree or something.
You could
Zed
try.
continues-
Gosh.
Sorry, Zed continues on down the road with Axiom by his side, on the cart with the donkey.
I just want to lay the scene here. Axiom, whose glowing eyes from behind his helmeted head, is marching down the road, spinning his halberd above his head, working himself up into a fervor as he walks down
Is he
this
making
road.
sounds?
Only the clamping of steel on the road, and that's it.
You would
Okay, so we could possibly sneak away from where he is, since he's gonna draw the attention.
You can definitely like not be near him and try to come up and find a place that is hidden to try to shoot them. I will say that once you get closer, you'll have to defy danger with your dexterity in order to not make noise and not alert them. The danger being that
Does
they
it
will
help
see
us
you.
if we have a crazy paladin making all sorts of sounds? Does that give us a benefit?
Well, it sounds like he's not really making all sorts of sounds. He's just like
walking.
he's making a visual spectacle, but he's not like shouting out or anything. If he had been like intentionally trying to distract them or draw attention away from you, I would say 1, that would break his honor vow. And 2, that if he were doing that, then he could roll to aid you on your defy danger.
Okay.
Is the defy danger is to do what exactly?
If you want to try to get the drop, like to sneak up on them, the defy danger would basically be the danger of you being spotted.
Like how close is it before that would be an issue?
I mean,
Like, can I be far from them without doing that?
Yeah, that was gonna be another one of my questions, since I could shoot far.
I'll just say since Olivia rolled so well on her scout that she was able to get the drop on them, that you won't have to roll for that if you want to be at a far distance.
Okay, so I guess we'll both be like the sniping department, and we'll both be far from them, while the other two become close to them.
Sounds good.
I'm going to wait and make sure that they do actually attack Axiom. So rather than like immediately start shooting at them,
Yeah, I'm gonna wait
they
until
might
she goes
surrender.
down.
You know, it could happen. They might see like one person and be like, "Yeah, we were planning on ambushing merchants, not like a huge dude with a halberd."
With glowing eyes.
Yeah, like maybe we'll just wait for the next cart.
Confidently striding down the road, swinging it around, working himself up, like doing like practice combat. You know, like see, he's geared up, he's ready, he's itching for a fight, and they're gonna dive right into it.
Okay, so you are marching down the road, Axiom, and you get to the place that Olivia described. You don't see anything right away. What do you do?
You could command them
I
to
stop
come
for
out.
a minute. I bow my head. I pray. What here is evil?
The 4 bandits in the bushes that are flanking you are undoubtedly evil.
Oh, that doesn't tell me where they are?
You can sense their evil presences in the bushes, yeah.
Okay. I start marching towards those bushes.
Okay.
If they're flanking, are they on both, like, 2 sides?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Possibly get in a shot of magic missile before he gets there.
I'm just going to say, the closer I get to those bushes, soon I'm going to start running.
Right. Well, I can't see them.
yeah, that was going to be the thing I was going to say, is that they are concealed in the bushes. You could definitely shoot at the bushes and hope to hit them, but you can't really guarantee that you'll strike them unless you wanted to spend a moment to try to spot them.
All right. I suppose at this point Zed's just going to stop the cart and get down from it.
Okay, so as Axiom starts running towards the bushes, he sees two brigands scramble out of it and start running away from him. What do you do?
I knew there were brigands on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Those are fleeing. I'd probably head just... Like, I don't want to let them run away, but at the same time... Like, is there, like, a clear area on either side where these people can run away from? Is one side, like, up against a mountain or something, or...?
Like, the area around is kind of hilly and rocky, but it's not like you're going up a mountain pass or anything. So, they would be able to flee, but, like, not with great speed, because the terrain's kind of difficult.
Okay, I'm going to keep on running towards the ones that I'm near, and do I get within 10 feet of them?
Why don't you defy danger with your constitution? So go ahead and mark XP.
The paladin embarrassed
First
himself.
XP.
They seem to be outpacing you.
See, I could like shoot them in the leg so that they stop, but they're
I'm
running
laughing.
away. I feel like it's fine. We can just let them go.
Well,
In my
here,
defense, my character's wearing full scale mail and a halberd, and he's wearing some heavy gear.
well,
Yeah,
okay.
we're-
So as they seem to
They're
be,
probably like snickering at this display
But
from our
as-
sniper perch.
as they seem to be outpacing him, the two brigands who are left step out of the bushes, pointing their drawn bows at Zed, and they say, "Give us what's in the
Okay.
cart, mate."
Okay, so they're surprised. They're unaware of me, right?
That is correct.
I'm gonna cold shot them.
Okay.
Whichever one just said that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to name a target and roll dex. I'm just gonna deal my damage.
Okay.
All right. 7 damage to that one.
Oh. You shoot him through the throat, and he collapses onto the ground.
Okay.
If he's firing, then I'm gonna be firing.
Okay.
I guess at the other. The one that's
Okay.
not dead.
So go ahead and roll a volley. So that'll be roll plus dex. Okay. So basic moves. You have to either move to get the shot, placing yourself in danger, take what you can get and get minus 1d6 damage, or take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. So choose one of those.
Oh. I'll move.
Okay, so you move to place yourself in danger. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Not my proudest moment.
See, you
Imagining your character marching like straight at the person, like head on, arrow drawn, and then you fire and like nick his ear, and you're like standing like 5 feet away.
Well, the thing is, though, is that that's even negated by his armor, so he doesn't take any damage.
How about I'm too busy laughing at the sight of the paladin chase.
The paladin, by this point, has realized he cannot catch the others and has turned around and head back. We're heading back. It's up to the DM.
Okay, as you're heading back, you get about halfway before they unleash a volley of arrows on you. What do
The
you
ones
do?
that I stopped chasing?
Yes. What do you do? And
Well,
then, but also, I want while you're thinking about what you want to do with that, I have to narrate what's going on with Z's danger that she has placed herself in.
Just lay down.
So, I think what happens is that as you move to get the shot, you get the brilliant idea that to get the shot, you're going to climb up a tree because that's going to let you get the real good drop on them. And you disturb a wasp's nest while you're up there. What do you do?
This is just sort of like a really chaotic and embarrassing fight for all parties involved.
How far up have I made up the tree before
You're
I
like
disrupted the...
you're like on a branch. You're probably 8 feet up off the ground.
So enough to where if I were just to jump, I'd have to do some kind of a roll.
No, you could jump down safely.
Oh, well,
But you've still angered the wasps. And
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down and... Well, how far am I away from everybody? Like,
that's up to
who's
you.
the closest?
You're
I
probably
think we're far.
you're far, and the closest person you are to is Olivia.
Am I also in danger from wasps?
That depends on what Z does.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna assume that I was kind of nearish Olivia to begin with, since we were like kind of
Yeah.
beside each other before this all began.
We were basically next to each other, I think. But I don't think
Yeah.
I followed her up the tree.
No, I don't think you would have.
So we were okay. So we were like standing by a tree, and I went to get up on the tree, and then I disrupted the nest.
Yeah, like you were like, oh, I know. I gotta get up there so I can see them over the hills better. And then
So-
you basically knocked down a wasp nest while you're up there.
I'm going to say shit in a not so super loud as to alert everybody around us, but loud enough that Olivia can hear. And in the same kind of panicky tone, say, run.
Okay,
Or even
I-
better, teach me the ways of nature. What do I do about all these?
Look at her not respecting nature, disturbing these bees.
They're not even bees, they're
We were just
wasps.
trying to chill in their house.
Wasps are worse because they don't die when they sting you.
Yeah.
And then-
also,
I'm just yeah, so while I do that, I'm jumping down and I'm just gonna run towards
Okay.
where Zed is.
Can you defy danger with your dexterity to not be stung by wasps?
I got stung.
More EXP!
So go ahead and mark
Oh,
EXP.
shit, yeah. Did I get an EXP for
Yeah.
that one earlier too?
No,
Oops.
the one
wait,
was
no, the one
damage.
was
not for the
damage
one on
roll.
damage.
Oh yeah, the one was damaged. Sorry. Okay, so just for the 4.
Yeah, so yeah, you get stung by wasps as you're trying to run away.
Upon getting stung, there's no silence about it. You're just gonna hear a big F word, or the equivalent to this world's F word.
So I want you to roll 1d3 plus 1 and take that much damage.
Okay.
So you're wearing armor, right?
Yes.
So reduce that by 1, so you take 1 damage from wasp stings. Axiom, you are being fired on by 2 brigands. What do you do?
Probably try to knock the arrows aside with the halberd,
Okay, so
and then continue charging.
that sounds like you're trying to use the defend action.
Okay.
Or are you trying to defy danger?
Bless you.
Are you trying to have the enemy's attack or like avoid the enemy's attack?
I mean, I would assume that you cannot swat both arrows with the halberd.
What if he has the moves? No.
I mean, it's up to you. You can either try to.
I'll try to take less damage from it,
Okay,
but and then keep going forward, I guess.
then roll plus Constitution.
Like me.
No. Ooh. Okay.
Mark XP.
Mark
Mark
XP.
Do I have any chance of actually well, first let's deal with the damage, I guess.
Yeah, because I was gonna say we have to deal with the failure first. So
You don't have to put it that way. Let's deal with the non-success.
Okay, so you take 5 damage, but
Cut
your
off
armor
toes.
negates however much armor you have. Will subtract from that as the 2
Okay,
arrows
so-
sink into your armor.
So 2 armor, so 3 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Now-
Zed hasn't gone yet.
Okay, so there's still one brigand next to you pointing an arrow at you, but he looks a bit shaken because his ally has just been shot through the throat by an
And then an
unknown
arrow
bow
bounced off
person.
of his helmet.
Yeah.
I actually want to just jog up to him, not hostily. Jog up to him, place a hand on his shoulder, and cast Charm Person.
Okay, well, here's the thing. He is pointing a bow at you. So if you want to approach him, you will have to defy danger because he will probably shoot at you.
But I'm also a non-threatening old man.
But he's just been shot at and his ally has been killed.
He's in full
and they
oh shit
witnessed the
mode.
person that you were with charging after the other 2.
Yeah, but that was my.
It doesn't matter. He's in fight or
irrelevant.
flight mode right now, and he's in fight mode.
Okay, well that's fair enough. I'll take a defy.
Okay, so defy danger with your dexterity as he takes a shot at you. Okay.
Technically, that's a success, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a partial success. So let's see. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Hmm.
Bless you.
You
Faint. Those are my
Okay,
king
so
points.
here's what happens. You can either do what you want and take a shot and be hit by it, or you'll have to dive out of the way and try again another time.
I'll take the hit.
Okay, roll 1d6 and then
Stop.
take that much damage
Ow.
minus your armor. Okay, so you take 4 damage, and then you can go ahead and touch him and cast your spell. So roll to cast a spell.
All right, that should be intelligence. Wow, didn't even pay off.
Even number.
Okay, so mark XP.
Yay! I wasn't gonna roll well.
I almost reminded you that you could use a use of your component pouch if you wanted to gain a +1 on that. So
Can I do that post roll?
No.
no, you have to use it before you roll, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Yeah, well.
right.
So I think what happens is you place your hand on him and you go to cast this spell. And as you go to cast it, you see the brigand drop his bow and pull out a dagger, and he just stabs you. And so you aren't able to get through the words of the spell. Roll 1d6
Well, I mean,
-1.
It was supposed to be a nice subtle casting, like the hand on the shoulder was supposed to be like a reassuring gesture, which
But-
would have been more apparent after the spell. But yeah, all right. Continuing onward.
Yep, so roll another 1d6 -1 and take that much damage.
I don't think that's gonna make it to the next
All right,
adventure.
Speaking of which, I would like to try and assist Zed by shooting this bandit with an arrow.
Okay, I will
Zed
say
seems
that
to be in
because
some trouble.
he is now aware that there are archers out there, so you won't
Yeah,
be able to
totally.
get. So
Yeah.
but you can roll a volley.
I was just trying to volley him anyway.
Okay.
Let's go.
If you miss and hit me.
How'd I do?
You
I
did
was
good.
good.
Hit you.
All right, roll your
I
damage.
deal damage.
So what happens when
No
I cast
XP
this?
for Olivia.
What's that?
What was my failure of the spell? Like, what was the event?
You
You
got
took more
stabbed.
damage.
Well, no. But I mean, it says on a 10 plus, it's successfully cast. Don't forget it. If it's a 7 to 9, it's cast, but I choose one. But it doesn't say what to happen if it was.
That's because it's my choice. And I chose
Yeah,
to
so-
stab you.
Okay. Okay. Then.
So, you shoot him and it grazes his thigh. You can see it cut through his armor, and then the arrow goes flying. There's a gash on his leg, but he's still standing. And what are the rest of you doing? Axiom, you are still being threatened by 2 archers. Z, you're
I still being
chased
chased?
by wasps.
I'm running towards where everybody is by this point. By everybody, I mean where's Zed?
She's
Black
gonna
and
fuck the brigand and let the bees deal with them.
my hopes are to draw the attention of the wasp to anybody but myself at this moment. This is my on the spot thinking.
Okay, so you're running towards Zed. What are the rest of you doing?
Zed might die from this. He's already low. Axiom is gonna try to catch up to these brigands so he can stab them, I guess. Again.
Okay, so as you are running towards them, they're going to release another. They're both going to fire upon you again. What do you do?
Like, I just reacted to the last one, then you told me to hold on for a sec.
Oh, sorry. You were. Oh, that's right. You were running towards them, and then you got shot. Okay, so you make it up to them.
Okay, I attack them.
Okay.
That's the wrong button.
Well, why
It
don't?
showed nothing for a moment. Sorry.
Yeah, that was your damage. Why don't you go ahead and roll your hack and slash plus strength?
Okay, it's just lagging.
Okay. So, do you want to just keep that damage then?
Sure.
Okay. So you cleave a hefty blow into one of them. The other one backs off and shoots you. Will you please roll 1d6 minus your armor and take that much damage?
One.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? I know what you're doing, Z.
Do I take a penalty if I fire while moving?
No.
While I'm running.
I mean, I might
Probably
make
not
you.
end well.
I might make you defy danger about the bees, the wasps, though. So.
That'll be fine. But while I'm running, I guess I'm gonna, because I probably saw that Zed got hit, so I'm gonna fire an arrow at the dude.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a volley. Oh, actually, first roll to defy. Well, that's fine. And then roll to defy danger with your dexterity as you're trying to avoid these wasps.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is you can either get stung again or you can reduce 1 ammo to get the shot off. As you're like firing and trying to avoid these wasps.
I don't remember what that damage was.
It was 1d3 plus 1.
And if I get stung, I could still shoot.
Yeah. You can shoot in either case. It's just you're either going to get stung
And-
or you're going to reduce ammo.
How does ammo get replenished?
You buy
Buying
more.
Okay.
But usually, like, when you shoot, you don't necessarily lose your ammo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Normally you don't.
I just, every single time that somebody's fired a blow, that's one of the options. So I'm just gonna get stung.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage on the brigand. And then go ahead and roll 1d3 plus 1 and take that much damage. Well, minus your armor. So Basically, it's 1d3
So
overall.
just 1d3.
Yeah. Okay, so
Like Z
you.
is just heroically fighting against these bees while trying to
I know,
do
and she
something.
just can't really do anything.
That bandit is like, wow, I sure am glad that Bandit Headquarters invested in helmets this week. I just had 2 arrows bounce off my helmet harmlessly. Good stuff.
So Zed, what are you doing at this time? There are arrows whizzing everywhere. You hear the sound of growing buzzing approaching your direction.
I'm going to attempt to cast Charm Person again on this person.
Okay, roll to cast a spell. Do you want to use a use of your component pouch? Too late.
Yes.
Too late.
Ow.
Too late.
Yes,
You rolled
I
it.
definitely do. Oh God.
You gotta claim it before you roll it. That's the thing.
Well, you tell me go ahead and roll intelligence, and there's a little die icon, and I click it, and make it happen. And then it's always one away from being a success.
Well,
Yeah.
mark XP.
That's gonna like be the most power
Mark the
level
deck.
character in the game.
So here's what happens: is that as you start to cast the spell again, you start seeing wasps buzzing around your head, and the wasps distract you and also sting you. So roll 1d3 plus 1, but then -1 for your armor and take that much damage.
Can we say at this point they've stopped chasing Z and they're now chasing Zed?
What was that? It was 1d3 plus 1 minus 1?
Yeah, so basically just roll 1d3 and then take that much damage. So you take 1 damage as you're stung by
Finally,
wasps.
the low rolls work for me.
I think it's more just that Z has approached Zed and now there's just wasps everywhere.
Yeah, but that means that they'll maybe start attacking the other guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
true.
might.
Maybe the wasps will sting the raiders.
I look over at the brigand and I go, I was trying to help you, but you know what? Screw it. And then I hop back on the cart and I go to take off.
Can I jump on the cart?
Okay, fair warning. I don't think you can take off in a donkey with a cart attached. You can go at like walking speed.
Well, the brigand still has a dagger in his hand, and as you go to run away, he tries to stab you in the back. What do you do?
What a dick.
He's a brigand!
Alright, can I, like, dodge or
Yeah, you can.
attack? I mean,
You can certainly try to avoid his attack. You'll just need to roll to defy danger with your dexterity.
You know that's not going to work.
Dude, you're gonna get plenty of EXP. Don't worry about it.
And I don't have a book or a bag or anything that'll help me with this roll, because otherwise I would have taken it.
You don't have sandals of quickly dodging arrows.
With a healing
Daggers.
potion,
Yeah, just chug a healing potion after running. I'm healing faster than you're hitting me. Fine.
yeah, heal tank.
Keep slamming me, bro.
Chug a potion right there in front of him.
So what are you doing? Are you trying to avoid his attack, or are you just going to drink the healing potion?
My magic protects me.
I am so happy I invested in armor, let me tell you. Alright,
Invested. You took it off of Shirley's corpse.
That is true.
yeah, I invested in it. I
So-
took time to take it off of you and put it on me.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I am rolling for dexterity, I think, to dodge.
Okay, good luck.
I'm going to need
You
it.
successfully dodged to find your way into a wasp nest.
Yeah, don't you even.
Okay, so
You know, I really wish I had that potion. I could break it over his head right now for oil or whatever. Put him to sleep.
I don't think it's applied though, so he has to like ingest it or something.
Shove
Yeah,
it down his throat.
I would break it over his head and it would run down his head. Fly.
Okay, so you got an 8, so it's a partial success. Um. So, let me look.
Is everybody who's watching laughing as hard as we are?
I hope so, because this is a comedy of errors right here. um. So you managed to like shimmy. Okay, so your option is like you start to move and you realize that he's moving faster than you are. You can either let him stab into your bag and spill your items on the ground, or you can take the hit.
Oh. I let him stab into the bag.
Okay.
I have to.
Yeah. I know you're getting pretty low there.
After all this happens, could we go back to Axiom?
Yeah. Your bag of books are spilled onto the ground. Axiom. What are you doing?
Swing at the other one!
Okay, you haven't killed the first one yet, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've nearly killed him. He looks pretty, really... Like, you've took a good chunk out of him, but he's still alive.
Okay. I probably scream out, "No mercy!" and go for the next.
Okay, go ahead and roll hack and slash with your strength. Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. Okay.
Oh, that's a +1, by the way.
Yeah, I've
I
been
forgot
adding
to
that
have
on
it.
mentally, or basically I've just not been subtracting their armor to your rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so you plunge your halberd into the man's neck and like basically just push him down into the ground with the weight of your blow. And as you do that, the other archer fires upon you. Roll 1d6, subtract off your armor, and take that much damage.
One.
Nice.
Scale mail for the win.
So there's still this brigand left that is threatening you, Axiom, and then there is the other brigand that is threatening Zed and now Z, kind of. Mostly Zed. Olivia, you are still off in the distance. What are you all doing?
Okay. I would like to shoot the bandit again, but first I would like to cast magic weapon because it seems like these bandits have some really serious helmets going on, and I think we're going to need a little bit more oomph in order to puncture through these helmets.
Okay, so
Lord helmet.
to cast a spell, roll plus wisdom.
Yep. Yeah, rolling plus wisdom. Boom. What I roll? 7.
All right, let me look at what that means. Okay, so it's basically the same as for wizards. You can draw unwelcome attention or put yourself in a spot. You can take -1 on going to cast a spell until the next time you commune, or after you cast it, the spell is revoked by your deity.
Well, the spell lasts until I dismiss it. I think I can let the spell be revoked.
Okay. So you successfully
Alright, so-
cast the spell.
So now I would like to volley this dude with enhanced arrows.
Okay. And so the weapon you hold while casting does plus 1d4 damage until you dismiss the spell. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll. Roll your volley.
Let's see here. Volleying. Volleying. How do I
Awesome.
do? 10 damage. Not
Okay.
damage, but...
Yeah, roll your damage. Remember to add plus 1d4.
Maybe that'll pierce through his Impenetrable helmet.
shoot it right through his helmet into his head, and he falls over dead.
Okay, good news. For me, not for him.
There's still
It may have just
Go ahead.
It may have just found that one spot that had been dinged twice in a row.
Yeah, you basically split the arrow, but with helmets. So, Zed and Z still have some angry wasps buzzing around them. Axiom, you still have an angry bandit archer nearby.
It's up to them if they want to go first or let me.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try to murder guy number 2.
Okay. Go ahead and hack and slash him. He's close enough that you can get to him without. Okay, and roll your damage. So, you manage to get up into him, and he dodges partially out of the way. You gash at his side, but you don't really do any significant damage. You see him drop his bow and pull out a short sword. What do you do?
Attack him again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. As he is fumbling with his short sword, you find a clean shot to just stab it right through his chest. And you fell him, and he is dead. You turn around to look at the rest of your party. You see Zed and Z being swarmed a bit by, and wasps buzz. You don't really see the wasps at this distance, but you kind of see Z, flailing her arms and screaming, and you see Zed, what is Zed doing?
I'm at this point, I'm probably running. I would eventually run back towards them.
Okay. Zed, what are you doing? You've just spilled all of your books on the ground, and there are wasps.
Well, Zed is certainly not in a very happy mood at the moment. But that being said, he is a wizard who's been through quite a bit. He's not going to lose his calm over a bunch of wasps. What could he possibly cast to get rid of the wasp? Prestidigitation? Would you allow me to just chill the air enough to make them go away? Or a little bit of light breeze, maybe?
Smoke? Wasp.
What about flat cannon magic missiles? You know what I mean? They air burst? They launch into the air and just
Or just a swarm of super freaking tiny magic missiles?
Yeah, instead of 3 large magic missiles, it's just a pulse of tiny little ones.
You could cast invisibility on yourself to prevent them from being able to see you.
Well, that would work great, except that I don't have that one prepared.
Oh.
I have Charm Person, Magic Missile, and Contact Spirits. My first levels.
What if you contacted the spirits of the wasps?
You could
You
try
only ask them
swatting them.
questions. You can't ask favors, I guess.
Yeah, I pull their souls out and make them sit in front of me while I ask them a question. Just kind of...
Pull their souls out and then stomp on them. It's the only way.
You could
just
try
have to fireball the area.
You could try to distract them with light. I would let you try to distract them with prestidigitation. Either one.
Okay, so if I were to use prestidigitation, would I be able to just conjure up a little wind or something and blow
Sure,
them away?
maybe. I mean, it'll depend on how well you roll. I mean, that's certainly
so-
something you could try to do.
It's going to pull them into me, and I'm going to take even more damage. But that's I'm ready for it. And I will use my bag.
Your components?
Wow.
Okay.
For
So
this cantrip.
go ahead and mark
To
off
deal with
one
the-
use.
And now he's gonna go one below.
Yeah, I'm going to get a 5. It's going to bring me up to a 6. Perfect. Right when I wanted. Oh, son of a...
That's getting a lot of XP.
So much EXP.
So
Yeah,
go ahead
it's
and
only
mark
because
That's
EX.
like already like well on his way to level 4
Yeah.
this time.
You realize that if I didn't have this mummy's curse going on, I would be like passing
Yeah,
so many
you would have
more
passed
rolls.
2 of those rolls.
Yeah.
All right, so mark XP.
Yeah.
One of these.
But look, I'm cursed too, and I'm still hitting my arrows. What's your?
Oh,
Oh God. So
Don't start a competition.
Can I lay on hands on Zed?
you're
No.
not when you get to him. I'll let you, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna narrate what happens for this, and then you'll arrive. So you go to cast your spell, and there's just too many wasps that you lose your composure. Like they're all around you, and you just can't seem to focus because there's just the buzzing. The buzzing
And one
is
of them
just.
lands in your eyeball, and that's just really distracting.
Bags, what the hell did you do to these wasps, woman? Why did you bring them to me?
And I think you have to get stung again because that's really the only danger that's here right now. So I think like you're gesticulating, and in the magic disturbing the air, like rather than because you don't get the like it fizzles and fails, so you don't cast the spell, but it is enough to rile them that they sting at you. So roll 1d3 and take that much damage.
It's plus minus for the armor.
Yeah, we're just ignoring that right now.
Oh, of course. Lovely.
So, Axiom, you arrive. You see Zed and Z being swarmed by wasps. Z is cursing uncontrollably and flailing. Zed looks like he's flailing, but it also kind of looks like he's casting a spell. You can't really tell.
I tried
And
to
then he-
defend them from the bees.
Okay. Go ahead and roll plus Constitution. All right, hold 1.
Okay, I redirect the attack from them.
Well, there's
to
no
me.
attack right now. You just hold 1, and then when that comes to pass, you can spend a hold to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you all do?
Is it possible to use my magic weapon to attack the wasps in general?
Maybe if you hit their hive, they'll go back to where they came from.
I'm gonna say no because you can't really shoot them with arrows.
Okay, fair enough.
are we near water?
Yes.
Oh, you'll never go into water with bees around. They
What?
sense the carbon dioxide coming off of your breath if you breathe out any of the bubbles, and they actually will wait for you to come back up to sting you.
That's
That has not been my
terrifying.
experience by being chased by a whole hive of bees. I've had personal experience with this.
I've heard that there are certain bee types out there that will wait for you to come up.
I mean, that's still better than, like, that's still like a couple of seconds of not being stung by bees. When you kind of, like, compose yourself.
Yeah, but they could cause you to drown. I mean, it's even worse.
I mean, not really. Like, you can just pop back up, breathe, and be like, screw you, bees, I'm
And
going
they-
back underwater.
They really don't like water either. So
if
you just
if you
like
splash everywhere, that might make
yeah,
them go
from
away.
when I got attacked by a huge hornet, we'll just not talk about how that happened. But my friends and I just dove in the nearby creek and just started splashing uncontrollably.
When I was a child and I got attacked by bees, I've actually, I ran in my dad's arms, he picked me up, saw that there were bees on me, and dropped me.
That's a true story. I can vouch for that.
So Z, are you gonna make a run for the river?
Is it a fast flowing river?
You don't think that the current will sweep you away right away. It's definitely flowing, but it looks like it would be okay. It's not like a whitewater river or anything.
It's
Jump into
like
the Whitewater Rapids.
it's the same river that was flowing by the town, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that that's
it
a
would be
river.
safe to say that it's like the same strength,
Yeah,
so I would know. Okay,
you think it would
I'm
be
gonna
pretty
go for
safe.
the water.
Okay. You're still being swarmed by bees, so how are you trying to avoid them stinging you? Just more flailing, or
probably by this point,
Use your music.
which won't do dick. But at this point, even though I know it wouldn't be super effective, I had probably dropped my bow by this point, and I'm now just wildly slashing with my sword while running.
Okay, why don't
Nothing
you go
can go
ahead
wrong.
and defy danger with your dexterity?
Man, just looking up this list of experience points we've gained.
Well, that's a success right there.
So many red marks.
So I think what happens is as you're flailing with your sword, one lands on your sword hand. You can either also drop your sword and like smack the oops, I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry. You can either drop your sword as well to smack the wasp off your hand, or you can get stung again.
I'd probably drop the sword and
Okay.
smack it.
So you drop the sword as you're running to the river. You make it to the river.
After this epic battle, we're gonna have to do a lot of picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people's stuff like scattered all over the ground.
I know, it's hilarious. Okay, so you make it to the river. Zed, what are you doing?
Well, I should be fine because all the wasps chased Linkati down to the river, right?
Not all of them.
I mean,
They're pissed off at you too, buddy.
that's true. You did aggravate the wasps by trying to cast a spell and stuff.
Wasps
Oh,
hate
they're-
magic.
It's well known.
They're not intelligent enough to be like, oh no, he's benign. We'll ignore
Oh,
him and go for the other
That's a
person."
terrible fact I just made canon.
Wasps are Mage's natural enemy.
Clearly.
We fought wars against them. No,
Bees have no real, like, it's not like they're gonna pursue one person. They're gonna pursue anybody that's nearby.
Yeah, they're just
But they're
pissed off
pissed.
right now.
I like how every bee went past me, and now
Yeah,
only people
that's
that are
my
like
question.
100
How could they
feet
all
away from
pass Olivia?
Well,
Okay,
I
exactly.
They don't harm when you
Well,
are literally right
like,
beside
20
the
feet away
fucking
from the
hornet's
bee's
nest that I dropped to the ground.
Olivia's a friend of nature, though.
I
She
mean, that
saw
is a good
bees and
point.
she's just like, okay, let's just be chill.
Yeah, if you're not scared of the bees, they're not going to attack you. I mean, obviously, I'm not the one who's like
That's not how
flailing
bees
around
work.
wildly.
That's not how bees work.
Clearly,
I'm not afraid of
the one
you.
flailing
I'm not
around
afraid of them
wildly
either.
and
It just
sprinting
hurts.
across the ground is the scary one who
afraid
disturbed
of
you.
It just hurts. I didn't want to get hurt.
Yes, so
Not
you're
scared
afraid of
them, I
pain
just don't want to get stuck.
from bees.
Okay, so Axiom, you see Z running towards the river. She drops her sword and like charges into the water. She is being followed by wasps. You see Zed, he is near his cart. His bag of books has been split open and strewn across the road. There are also some wasps buzzing around him. What do you do?
Axiom was already holding one to defend. Right?
Yeah, I can't defend Z because she ran away though.
I know.
So I'd
Is
have
there
to
anything
defend.
else you'd like to do? Because you can still hold that and do something else.
Oh, I can. Okay. I just lay on hands on Zed probably at this point because
Okay.
he's he has quite a few like stab wounds and things.
Stab
right?
wounds and sting wounds.
I think there's even an arrow sticking out of me somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Lay on hands. Roll plus charisma.
Let me look. Yep, roll plus charisma.
All right.
Okay, mark XP.
You get to have fun too, Docs.
Your god is of fire, right?
Well, I
If you
don't.
immolate, take some damage. At least that makes me safe from the wasps because they won't sting someone who's on.
Well, I don't think that there's necessarily anything that goes wrong when you
I mean, you
Yeah, like,
failed. You failed, so I get to do a thing. I get to
Really?
do a GM move. That's what happens
It,
when
it
you
just
fail.
says.
I know. It's because if it doesn't specify, it means I get to make a move against you when you fail.
Oh.
That's just what always happens. It's just sometimes it'll give me options, and then sometimes it won't. So.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to go to death's door because of bees.
You go to reach out to touch Zed, and suddenly your mind is clouded with smoke and embers, and you hear the voice of your goddess speaking to you, and she informs you that
Don't say Zed's evil. Don't say Zed's evil.
no, Zed is not evil. And that, or at least that, because when you detected evil, you didn't detect Zed as an evil presence.
Okay.
But she informs you that Zed has taken actions that she deems as unworthy.
Oh, snap.
So I just can't lay on hands on him henceforth?
That's not what I'm saying, because I'm going to tell you what will happen. So, she is giving you a warning that, if you lay hands upon him, you will break your vow of honor by giving aid to someone who uses cowardly tactics and tricks.
Well, that's just terrible then. Well, I try to attack the bees. Hack and slash.
I mean, a halberd is actually not a terrible weapon for
I'm
doing it.
gonna
You can like use it
say-
as like a swatter.
What I'm
Right,
gonna say,
slash
you're
one.
not gonna hack and slash the bees because that doesn't
Oh.
make sense. You are going to defy danger with your strength against the bees.
Can I still use that roll? You know, the one that succeeded?
Was it a strength roll?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Woohoo.
Because you're still rolling strength. Okay, so you are able to use your halberd to, disperse the bees.
All right.
Z, you're in the water. There are bees coming wasps coming towards you. What do you do?
Hold
I'm
your
gonna
breath.
splash the shit out of them.
Okay. That makes sense. They don't like the water. They get a little bit angry and buzz around, but eventually you're able to use the water to get them to leave you alone.
All the
Oh,
while
she didn't
you
have to roll
yelling,
for that?
"Take that, you son of a bitch!"
Are we finally done with the bees then?
Yeah, the bees are finally done.
The bees pass Olivia on the way back to the nest. Olivia waves.
I like how she made up the whole bees thing. Like, I was expecting it to last one round. You were gonna have the bee stinger, but no, you just made it a thing, and those bees did more damage than any of the bandits.
So I
How low did that get to these bees?
I hate to interrupt you all, but Zed is gonna chug a health potion now.
okay. He was
Yeah,
the 5
on my way
HP.
back.
You know, we do have bandages that you could use.
On my way back, I'm gonna use a bandage.
Okay. So go ahead and do that, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna look up end of session because this is where we're gonna end it. Because it's
How much
already
health does
a healing potion heals 10. So that'll bring you up to 15 of 16.
Is a bandage 3?
4.
What are the bandages?
It's 4.
4. Okay.
Okay. So, did anyone resolve a bond with another PC?
I think I did.
Which one did you resolve?
Well, it's with a deceased.
Yes, Australia is not. So Australia's no longer the butt of your jokes because he's dead.
Well, yeah.
He
Okay.
was the butt of a final joke.
Hey, even though I giggled at knowing the knowledge, I actually did some nice stuff. And if you were sober enough, you would have heard a very lovely ballad.
Ooh, funky.
So yeah, go ahead and mark XP, erase the bond, and then write a new bond with a new person.
Oh crap! I forgot to put the thing about the songs with.
I put it
accent.
on there for you.
Oh, okay.
I'm on top of this. So, do you feel like there are any bonds that you could add now? Or any bonds that you would like to add with another character?
I'm not sure right now.
Okay, we can leave it empty for now and we can come back to it if you want to think on it. Like we could maybe do it at the beginning of next session or we could do it off camera. Whatever you want. Okay. Did anybody else resolve a bond?
I don't think so.
I saw Zed's misguided behavior endangers his very soul, and I still believe that because those bees wouldn't have attacked him if he didn't try to use reckless magic.
I mean, you got confirmation of that when your god refused to let you heal him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's confirmation, but is that resolution?
No.
Oh, maybe.
It just
It's up to
fuels the
you.
fire.
Like, it's you're either gonna say, like, well, that's just the way he is and there's nothing I can do, or you're gonna, like, your relationship needs to change. So since that's currently defining your relationship,
Yeah, I'm gonna say it remains the same.
okay. And then, Zed, do you have any bonds that you feel are resolved?
Well, I mean, Z has yet to earn my trust. On the one hand, she gave a beautiful eulogy about somebody who I cared for. And so that kind of pulled me one way.
And I'm sure it was
Other-
surprising to find out that I was actually nice about him. He was the butt of my jokes, and we dueled with each other, but I did respect him as a bard.
And then on the other hand,
She
led
brought
a
bees.
swarm of bees over to me that almost killed me.
How low did you get on health? I'm curious.
5.
I was 5 out
Five.
of 16. With armor.
Bees happen!
Yeah.
So, you still don't trust her, is that correct?
I mean, there was like an almost resolve. Like,
Well, can we say it's resolved and then he gets the same one again? Because it was resolved then and then he doesn't trust her again?
Well, and at the same time, to be fair, you do not know how these bees happen to have started chasing me or where they exactly came from.
I know that you brought them to me, and then it became my problem. And
Okay.
it really messed up for me.
So we're gonna say no one else resolved a bond. Did you fulfill your alignment at least once this session? Zed, you
I think
definitely.
I did.
Zed definitely did. So mark XP.
Did
Olivia,
this help somebody else with his magic?
that's not
No,
his. That's not his alignment anymore.
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
Z, spur others to significant and unplanned decisive action. You brought bees, so yeah. Mark XP.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good chaotic way to participate in the fighting.
And instead of just like going straight to the water, I brought them over to other people.
Hey dudes, check out these bees.
Axiom, you definitely denied mercy to a criminal or unbeliever, so mark XP.
No mercy!
Olivia, you did not free anyone from literal or figurative bonds, did you?
I don't think I can lawyer my way into that one, no.
Okay, that's good. I don't like lawyering too much, so no XP
Okay.
for you. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Bees.
These
suck.
are assholes.
Bees are terrifying.
They're
Not to me,
more
though, but to
dangerous
everybody
than
else.
humans.
Well, I would also argue like that you learned about the other 2 shadowy towers.
That's a good point, and we learned about that map.
And you learned about Hillsbrad, far to the north. You learned about Axiom's god. You learned about your god.
Yeah.
So there was, I would
Yep.
say yes. You learned new and important things about the world. So everyone mark XP.
Mark it.
Yay.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
These are terrifying. Not to me, though, but to everybody else.
Bees suck.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Bees.
Here's the thing: the bandits no, but the bees maybe. I feel like those
Bandits
bees were
weren't
pretty
really that
notable.
much of a problem, except for Zed.
I feel like those bees were kind of a huge problem.
I had no idea that bees could be such a problem until we had this particular fight.
Like, she gave them significant damage. I mean, 1d3 plus 1. They're guaranteed to do at least 2 damage to an unarmored guy. That's stronger than most bandits.
I think the dagger that hit me was only 1d3. I mean, come on.
No, it was 1d6.
Oh,
Yeah, I just rolled low.
So it was
The,
only
the
2
bees,
bees
though,
then.
that plus 1 really boosted them.
I probably should have just made it armor piercing instead of giving it plus 1. But yeah, they were killer bees, I guess.
Yes, we overcame the armor-piercing wasps.
And like,
Mark
this enemy
XP.
could actually split itself and start attacking 2 people at the same time. It was like a growing enemy.
Mark XP. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Well, we haven't looked at the bodies of these bandits yet. Can we look at the bodies of these bandits real quick?
You will not find a memorable treasure on their bodies.
Good to know. What about
Okay,
the
but we
helmet?
will loot
I guess
them
the helmet
next
is not
session.
actually that memorable. It
No.
didn't end up saving him from the laser
No, we
blast.
You
Bonish it.
you shot right through it, so
Yeah, I thought it was going to be memorable, but it turned out to not be memorable.
okay.
beehive count as being memorable?
Is it a
Did
treasure?
we loot it?
Are we taking it with us? I am not going to agree with that.
It's
I don't
not
know, like,
treasure. It doesn't count as
Think about
treasure.
it. If we can can some bees, that's a powerful ally. We just chuck it
Hey!
into the room with a monster and throw the
Okay,
door
I-
closed.
In
I feel like
Dragon
there's
Age
been a number of-
Inquisition,
Yeah,
that is a legit spell.
that thing that she just said. It's a really good spell in that game.
Jar bees. That is a
Jarbees.
legit spell.
It's really strong.
So I'm gonna say the wasp's nest is not a treasure. So even if you loot it, it won't give you XP.
Okay.
Fair
But
enough.
still, I'm impressed with Catilyn's character. How the hell were you able to get that close to the wasp nest in the first place? If it had that
I
many
climbed.
bees, they were dangerous.
Oh no, they were all in the hive until she just
Yeah.
lightly
Yeah, I
tapped
climbed,
it.
and
Yeah.
I
You
think
bumped
like what happened was maybe I held onto a branch that it was attached and it broke or something like that.
Or maybe
Yeah,
you
or
held
just
onto a
shook a
branch,
branch.
except it wasn't actually a branch, it was a beehive.
The tree itself was actually just
Just
a giant
grabbed
branch
the
of
beehive. And then,
All right. Well, we're already a half hour over, so I think that is
Okay,
probably going to wrap it for us tonight.
I like how we just got on the road to our next journey, and I'm already 6 out of 8 EXP to my next level.
I just barely inched my way into level 3. Like, exactly enough. Just off the 2 XP from... I failed no rolls this session.
How's
But,
this?
you know,
I
that's
just
not really so
finished
good.
Leveling up, and I'm almost another level ahead.
Yeah.
Like I
Well, you-
already have like 1 in the queue that I have to wait for another.
You're
resting
almost to level 4.
He already, yeah, pretty much. All right. So that's going to be it for us. Next week, we will be
period.
going
Yeah, the
into
next section,
episode...
all my rolls will be awesome.
Next week, we'll be going to episode 5. Hopefully, we'll actually make it to tower number 2 and see what's going on in there.
Without anyone dying.
And so, yeah, be sure to tune in next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Dungeon World Oldtown. Looking forward to catching you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.